This is a chart of the rate by which the coronavirus spreads across New Jersey through each infected person. The scientists call it RT, the rate of reproduction. It's a gauge of how fast contagions spread, and with a virus like COVID-19, knowing that RT is vital. Flattening this curve has been just as important as flattening the curve of the overall numbers of new cases, which we've shown you for now many weeks. But from a data perspective, this curve has been perhaps even more valuable. And perhaps more than any other measure, it shows the importance and the impact of social distancing. When I issued my stay-at-home order on March 21st, COVID-19 was at a nearly unstoppable pace of spread. Each infected person, whether they were symptomatic or asymptomatic, by the way, was spreading COVID-19 to an average of more than 5 other New Jerseyans. That's right, more than 5 new cases for each infected individual. Within 3 weeks of our stay-at-home order being put in place, and by the time when our hospitals were at their peak stress, we had cut the rate of spread to roughly 1-to-1. And today, thank God, that rate of spread is less than 1-to-1, and we need to keep it that way. In other words, since March 21st, when the stay-at-home order was announced, and when we put in place our strongest measures for social distancing, we have cut the rate of spread by about 6 times. Without these measures in place, it is certain that our healthcare system would have been overwhelmed. A 5 times reproduction rate would be simply unsustainable for public health. Even as this chart shows, cutting that rate to 3 would still mean COVID-19 running rampant. But guess what? Social distancing works. Wearing a face covering works. And even as we undertake a greater economic restart on June 15th, we will need to keep up with both of these practices. COVID-19 is among us, and there is no cure and no proven treatment. Right now, social distancing and face coverings are the only cure and treatment. Again, look at how far we have pushed down this curve in 10 weeks. An RT rate below 1 means we have a declining rate of spread. We have saved undoubtedly, you and we, have saved undoubtedly hundreds of thousands of our fellow New Jerseyans from contracting COVID-19, and we have undoubtedly saved tens of thousands of lives. So let's keep it up, folks. Even as we enter stage 2, and then we begin the work toward stage 3, our economic restart cannot come with a restart of COVID-19. Keep your social distances, wash your hands with soap and water, wear a face covering when you're out. It has worked, and it will keep working. Ed, may I call a quick audible? Anything you want to add on RT?
Thank you, Governor. As usual, very nicely done. Yes, as the numbers suggest, this is telling you the number of people that you would expect to get infected from one infected person. And very clearly, as the number goes above 1, this number will go exponentially large in a very quick period of time, which helps explain why the cases exploded throughout New York, New Jersey, and through much of the country. So many people becoming infected from one person, and they infected some, so on and so on and so on. As this number goes lower, as it goes below 1, as the governor was saying, once we get below 1, the virus is no longer increasing. It's basically, if it infects one other person, you're staying the same. If you're infecting less than one person, you're getting better and better as far as the outbreak goes. And that's what's happening here, and that's what's been happening for a while. And as the governor said, from your hard work and sacrifice has made this happen. There are different ways to the exact number, whether it's doesn't matter, it's clearly less than 1 and it's doing well. And I would go a little bit further even than the governor said, that when I've compared this to how other states are doing, New Jersey is one of the best states as far as lowering this number down. So we've gotten this number lower than all but a few states out there by most calculations. So yes, I do think that this is great hard work that the people of New Jersey has been doing, and I do think that's made a huge difference in this outbreak.
Yeah, Ed, I think that last point is a pat on the back to everybody that is richly deserved. We have flattened the curves that we have both been looking at and this curve that you all have been monitoring privately, unlike any other state that I'm aware of. And we were in the thick of this, let there be no doubt about it. Ground zero for this virus was the metro New York area, particularly in our case, the 6 big commuting counties. But let's remember, every county's got cases, every county's got fatalities, and you all out there have been extraordinary. So hats off to you. Thank you, Ed, for that color. With that, let's turn to the